It's been 2 decades since the 2004 tsunami struck on this day when the world woke to one of the deadliest natural disasters in modern history. An undersea earthquake in the Indian Ocean triggered gigantic waves of up to 30 meters in height, claiming over 300,000 lives, causing unimaginable destruction across the Indian Ocean. Within 2 hours of the quake, killer waves reached India, Sri Lanka, Indonesia and Thailand. An hour later, Maldives, and 7 hours later, it hit Mauritius and the east coast of Africa. Effects were even felt in North America and Antarctica as well. India was amongst the hardest hit regions, particularly the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The tsunami also caused considerable destructions along the coastline of Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Kerala and Andhra Pradesh, the South Indian states. Tearful mourners gathered on Thursday to remember the 20th anniversary of the Indian Ocean tsunami, one of the world's worst natural disasters, which claimed over 220,000 lives across Asia. In Indonesia, which was the hardest hit by the tsunami, residents of the Aceh province held vigil prayers commemorating the loss of lives of more than 100,000 people. Family members of the deceased gathered at a mass grave in Banda Aceh, scattering flower petals on the gravestones. In Phi Phi Island in Thailand, a ceremony was held at the Sailfish Sculpture Plaza to remember the victims of the disaster that struck on December 26th. Relatives of the deceased, local residents and Thai and foreign tourists attended the event. Participants observed a minute of silence and presented floral wreaths to a team of divers who placed them at the underwater tsunami memorial of Ton Sai Bay in remembrance of those hundreds of people who lost their lives due to the mishap. Meanwhile, in Sri Lanka, where more than 35,000 people were killed, survivors and relatives gathered to remember the victims of the Ocean Queen Express train disaster, which claimed nearly 1,000 lives after the tsunami struck the train. The fishermen community in Chennai took out a peace procession and offered prayers to the sea gods. This village was devastated by the tsunami in 2004, with high tidal waves reaching 1.5 kilometers on one side of the habitation.
We lost our relatives in 2004 tragedy. We have taken out a peace march in remembrance of those. We have worshipped sea gods so that same tragedy doesn't befall our village again. And the people who perished in the tragedy get a place in heaven. We hold these prayers every year. We lost our relatives in 2004 tragedy. We have taken out a peace march in remembrance of those. We have worshipped